It is always worth calling a spade and not with formulations that blur the essence and soften the horror of everything that Russia has done and what it is doing. Russia killed at least 483 children, said at the opening of the conference UA War and Unsung Lullaby, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelenskyy.
This has been going on for 15 months. For 15 months, Russian aggression and terror have been destroying not just buildings, but fundamental human rights, the fundamental rights of our children, the rights to a safe environment, the right to education, the right to development, the right to health care, the right to rest, leisure, and most importantly, the inalienable and most important right of child to life, the right that Russia has taken away from at least 483 Ukrainian children, and these are just the fates we know for sure. One should always call a spade, and I am supporter of this. Russia killed, and this is why I will use such wording. Russia killed 483 children at least. It killed them. This is not something that can be called they were victims of Russian aggression or they died as a result of the armed conflict.
According to official data, the aggressor country deported at least 19,453 children from the territories temporarily occupied by the Russian army. At the same time, in Ukraine, they do not exclude that in fact there are many times more of them.
Russians first kill parents, then kidnap children. Russians separate children from their parents during filtration. Russians take children directly from their biological family, depriving parents of parental rights. Russians do not allow Ukraine to take children from orphanages located in the temporarily occupied territories. One of the mass scenarios, the Russians are forcing parents to sign an agreement to take their children on vacation to the territory of Russia. However, today we can also talk about the thick scenario. The Russians conduct medical examinations in the temporarily occupied territories when a child suddenly has a disease that needs to be treated in hospitals in Russia.
The commissioner of the Verkhovna Rada of Ukraine for Human Rights stressed that the world must understand what is happening, that the actions of the Federation are the genocide of the Ukrainian people. Also, the Office of the Ombudsman of Ukraine has evidence of Belarus involvement in the deportation of Ukrainian children.
We have confirmation that the forced transfer and deportation of Ukrainian children, civilian hostages and prisoners of war took place through the territory of Belarus with the direct participation of the authorities.
The Ombudsman noted that at present there are no working mechanisms for the protection of human rights and the protection of the rights of the child in the world. Thus, the International Committee of the Red Cross, starting from 2014 to this day, has not shown the effectiveness of its work.
Why did I say this publicly today? Because, for example, when the parents of an abducted child contact me, and I clearly know that this child was abducted by representatives of the Russian Federation, that he or she was in the temporarily occupied territory, that according to our data, he or she is now in the territory of the Russian Federation, I don't know who should I contact to really return this child to Ukraine.
Allies also say that today it is necessary to look for new approaches for the issue of protecting the rights of children.
When war comes, all these good provisions are in various conventions, for example, the Convention on the Rights of the Child, which was written by Polish professors 40 years ago, the Declaration on Human Rights, which was adopted after the Second World War. All these good regulations become just good words, and they cease to matter when the first bomb falls.
The UA War Unsung Lullaby conference dedicated to Children's Day will mark the beginning of a series of international conferences around the world. Events will be held in Sweden, Norway and Finland. Reported by Serhiy Kulas, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.